Okay, so our first example is 34 minus 19. It's always a good idea to read the whole sum to yourself to check the bigger number is on top. We go to the units column and we say 4 take away 9 you cannot do. So you move to the tens column and you exchange one of the tens, making the 3 tens now 2, and exchange that 1 10 for 10 units, moving it over to the units column. Now we have 14 take away 9, which is 5. We look at the tens column now and we say 2 take away 1 is 1, and our answer is 15. Example number 2. 124 take away 96. Look at the units column. 4 take away 6 you cannot do, so you move to the tens column, where you exchange one of the tens, making that 2 now a 1, for 10 units, over in the units column. Now we have 14 take away 6, which is 8. Moving to the tens column, we say to ourselves, 1 take away 9 you cannot do, so you move to the hundreds column, where you exchange one of the hundreds, now making that a 0, for 10 tens. Now we look at the tens column and say 11 take away 9, which is actually 11 tens take away 9 tens, and that gives us the answer 2. In the hundreds column we now have 0 take away 0, which gives us the answer 0. It's not necessary to put in that 0, and our answer is 28. Now we haven't changed anything about the 124 on the top. We have simply exchanged. We still have the number 124, but we have 11 tens and we have 14 units, which makes 124. Example number 3. 6 take away 7 you cannot do, so you move to the tens column where there is nothing to exchange. So you then move over to the hundreds column. You exchange one of the hundreds, making the 4 now a 3 for 10 tens, and move that to the tens column. Now we're not finished. We now have to exchange one of the tens, making that 10 tens, now 9 tens, and that 1 10 exchanged is 10 units. We move it over to the units column. Now we say 16 take away 7, which is 9. Now we move to the tens column and we have 9 tens take away 9 tens, which is 0. Moving to the hundreds column, we now have the 3 or the 300s take away 1 or the 100. So 3 take away 1 is 2, and our answer is 209. The last example, a difficult example. We look at the units column first and we say to ourselves, 4 take away 6 we cannot do, so we move to the tens column. We can't exchange there. We move to the hundreds column. We can't exchange there, so we're now over in the thousands column. So we exchange one of the 1,000 for 10 hundreds, so that 1,000, the 2,000 now become 1, and we move the 10 hundreds over to the hundreds column. Now we haven't finished there. We now have to exchange one of the hundreds, making that 9, for 10 tens, moving it across. We still haven't finished. We now exchange one of the tens, making that 9, for 10 units. Now we say to ourselves, 14 take away 6, which is 8. Look at the tens column. 9 take away 4 is now 5. Now we move to the hundreds column. 9 take away 3 is 6, and finally the thousands column. 1 take away 1 is 0. So our answer is 658. A clever way to remember how to use decomposition is following this rhyme. More on the top, no need to stop. More on the floor, go next door. Get 10 more. Numbers the same, zero's the game.